Do you ever have one of those weeks where technically everything is fine? You paid your bills, you answered emails, you showed up to work, maybe you even went out last weekend with friends. But underneath it all, somehow you still feel off, alone. I don't know, just not connected to the world. Like somehow, like you're skimming the surface of what real life should feel like. Yes, I have been there too. So let's talk about connection and how practicing your positive in that area can actually improve everything and all of your experience of your life. Hey there, welcome to Practice Your Positive Daily. I am your host, Sass Schaefer, speaker, sometimes stand up comic, energy enthusiast, and lead coach over here at Team Positive. Today, we're talking all about real life energy boosting through connection. This isn't about perfection. We say it all the time. It's not about pressure. It's about daily practices that bring you back to yourself. So, today we're talking about one of the most important but overlooked parts of your positivity practice, and that is connection. All right, let's go. So, most people treat connection, right? Relationships, community, friendships, all of that like a luxury, right? We've got a few friends. I respond to the group text or I don't when it gets to be 200 messages. I smile at my coworkers. I say hey to the cashier. We're like, yeah, I'm doing fine. But under that, really, we're drifting. It's not fully isolating, but it's not fully engaged in the lives of other people in the world, not fully engaged with ourselves. It's these superficial convos in real life, but meanwhile, we deeply scroll for hours on our phones. I get little dopamine hits from stories and likes and thumbs up, but nothing truly lands like me talking to another human being and getting that feeling of like, hey, I'm not alone. This is even more important when life hits, right? The burnout, the breakup, the layoff, the house flood. Maybe that's just me. And often it's our default to pull back more. And I know this is my natural tendency, even after all these years and all these ups and downs in life. When something happens, I feel this shame spiral. I want to disappear quietly, lick my wounds, figure it out alone, tell no one. But, but I know that version of me, it just takes a lot longer to heal. I know that's not thriving. So I made a plan. Like I literally made a plan because I need to write this stuff down. So a connection plan. So I'm going to share it with you in the hopes that maybe it can help you. All right. So number one, connection is reps. The last time, a couple years ago when I got laid off. My house flooded 2 years in a row, people, 2 years in a row. Anyway, the first year that I got laid off before my house flooded, as soon as it happened, I literally sat at my kitchen island with a big sheet of paper and wrote out what normally happened and what I could do different to stay human this time, right? I could walk my neighborhood without earbuds and talk to people. I could still text my boss on a personal level because I'd known her for years and she was a big mentor and I just missed having her in my life. I smiled and introduced myself to people at the grocery store, people at yoga. I made goals, right? Compliment 3 people a day. Try to strike up a conversation with every cashier or at least say thank you for showing up to work. I made a plan to volunteer once a month. We can talk about that separate. That opened up a whole new world to me. But all of it, right? It wasn't for networking or finding a new job or like it wasn't for any of that. It wasn't like I don't know, it wasn't for any real reason. It was just to stay human. It was just to not isolate and spiral and shame. I needed a plan. I needed to get those reps in. And that's what I did. And over time, it just became part of who I was, even when I got back to work and everything was back to normal. All right, number two, your nervous system, like your lizard brain, needs other people. Listen, every single time that I choose presence over my little self imposed isolation bubble, even at the smallest moment, I feel better. When you're standing there with the cashier and they're checking out your stuff and it's that awkward, like two humans not talking, instead of just going in my head or scrolling my phone, hey, how's your day going? I always feel better. I instantly feel more alive, more plugged in, more grounded. And again, it's not for networking or to like sell team positive. It's just me being plugged into real life. And somehow that makes my whole brain feel better. It's not like fake. It's needed. And right, like the best part about it is these small reps stick. They just become part of who I am. And so while sometimes it might be embarrassing to my daughter that I talk to every cashier, at the end of the day, my whole world is colored by all these people I meet, the different stories, the well wishes, the smiles. It just makes me feel more alive and makes my whole world feel brighter. All right. And number three, positivity is a team sport. If you really want confidence, energy, joy, it doesn't happen in a vacuum. Like, period. No one is self made. And listen, for years, I was like, oh, I'm self made. And yes, in some ways, my destiny, my fate is my own, and there's total accountability, but it doesn't happen in a vacuum, right? It doesn't happen without other people. Our moods are shaped in relationships, simple eye contact, shared laughter, a moment of warmth, of connection with someone you don't know, but is in your world that fills you up. That kind of energy is contagious. So when you show up with your energy, you help others shift too. And then that's the ripple, right? That's the idea that one candle lights another. So I don't need a huge group chat and I don't need to go out every night. I just need to keep practicing presence with the people all around me. And sometimes it's even the people that we live with are the ones we take for granted, right? Your partner, your kiddo is telling you a story, you're on your phone scrolling, you're like, yeah, get to the point. All of that, all of those are opportunities for connection that, like, yes, they make them feel better, but even selfishly, they make me feel better. And so I do them. It's a win win. And then that connection, it becomes a default, not some sort of like desperate fix when things are terrible. All right. Positive of the day. You know, I love to throw you a little challenge. We got to get some homework in, get these reps in, make one intentional move toward connection today. It does not matter how small, it does not matter who it is. Compliment someone, put your phone away, sit on it, turn it off, put the phone down, make eye contact, introduce yourself. I always say, oh, hey, I'm Sarah, by the way, when I first meet somebody after like a sentence or two, right? Just offer your presence like a gift and receive theirs. This is priceless, especially in today's world. All right. This is what we say at Practice Your Positive. You don't achieve joy. It's not about practice. It's in the tiny daily reps. And connection is one of the strongest reps you can do for yourself and for the world. If this episode hit for you, text it to someone you love. There's your connection move. Share it in your stories or just use it as a reminder for today. If you want more real life resets, download my free resources at my PayHip site. You can check out my speaker reel and my speaker page over at practiceyourpositive.com. I do talks and team building events and all of it, both for the public side, but also for corporate. It's a ton of fun. I love going into businesses and shaking things up and really dropping bombs of positivity that go off with huge ripples. All right. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Mwah. As always, I love you and I will see you at practice. Hey, it's Sass. Before you go away, do me a solid. Hit all those buttons. Subscribe, download, share, and talk to me in the comments. All right, stay in the game and keep practicing your positive. Drink some water, you look thirsty. Did you eat a vegetable today? Did you eat a vegetable yesterday? How about going to the gym? You go to the gym today? Yoga later? Ooh, a little bedtime yoga later?